Hi, beautiful people. It's Amy from Savor, Salvage, Scent, and I hope this finds you well. Today I thought I would do a quick video professing my surprise and love of a new to me fragrance. Before I dive in, I want to welcome those of you who haven't been to the channel before. This mostly focuses on fragrance with an occasional other DIY creative project. And for those of you returning, thank you so much for supporting me, for your awesome questions, for your enthusiasm. I encourage any of you to leave ideas, thoughts, etc. Love the exchange that we have. So I am going to talk to you today about my experience with My Burberry. And just keep in mind, I'm going to get to these little purple flowers. Okay, so what a beautiful, awesome, incredible surprise. For those of you who are new to the channel, I will say that I've been collecting perfume for, about 30 years, probably intensively for 15 or 20. My first love really was fragrances defined by some as oriental, so things that are rich in resins and ambers and incense. That's like my bag. However, and I don't know if I was this open originally, or if it's just from years of experiencing and collecting perfume, but I'm weirdly open-minded. There are so many things I love, so many notes, so many categories. There's a few distinct things I don't love, but for the most part, I am pretty open. However, in recent years, I just feel like so much of my concentration has been on oriental scents and gourmands that I forgot that I loved a good floral. In walks this babe. So, my good friend Molly, hi Molly, is also experiencing and kind of testing different scents, and recently reached out to me and asked me about Burberry scents. And I'll be honest, I try to be really open, but there are designer houses that frankly I just haven't given much time. And I'll be honest, while I think Burberry clothing, for instance, looks great on some people, I think it's kind of overdone and it's just not my thing. I just assumed the fragrances were the same way. Also, I've read really mixed reviews of the fragrances, and I think that's because they have had so many different noses designed for them. Well, there are some gems, and in my mind, this is one of them. So, the reason I first ordered this is because I read that it had featured sweet pea prominently. Gosh, so beautiful. While I have lived in the city all of my adult life, I grew up in a suburban area, but on a kind of rural feeling farm, one of the only farms where I grew up. And wild sweet peas was one of my favorite smells growing up. It's just beautiful. So let me tell you a little bit more about the scent, what surprised me about it, and then I'd love to hear from you all. So this is the Eau de Toilette. I believe that the Eau de Parfum came out first in 2014, and then this was kind of billed as like a fresher take on that, and released in 2015. I think the bottle is so beautiful. This really interesting tortoiseshell top. The bow here is supposed to look like Burberry trench, which I thought was really cool. I saw this bottle for a great price, partially used, and I went for it. What I didn't realize was that, and I would love to hear from you guys to educate me more, I thought all of the EDT bottles must have had this beautiful design. I've looked and looked online, I can't find one other like it, so it makes me think that some collector actually painted on this bottle. I would love to hear from you. Perhaps I'm wrong and this is a limited edition, but I couldn't find any others or anything about this, so would love to hear from you. So anyways, the bottle is gorgeous, and then there's this prominent sweet pea note, so let me tell you a little bit more about it. So again, this was kind of billed as a fresher take. In their words, they were inspired by spring flowers after the rain. Man, they really do it with this. I'll be honest, I think part of me had started to close my mind to get some florals because there are so many, what would you call them? Just overdone, sheer, all smell the same florals. And this to me was like so different. I think partly because of the sweet pea, but other things. Um, this, let me tell you about the notes. The top notes are lemon blossom and sweet pea. The mid notes are freesia, peony, and peach blossom. And the base notes are damask rose, musk, and moss. So this brings me to another thing that surprises me. Again, while I try to be really open, I find that a lot of scents that feature freesia or that feature peony are really screechy. Both of those scents, I am a gardener, and both of those scents in real life can even be a little screechy when they first come out. It's like, whoo, you know. And I find the way they're interpreted in a lot of modern perfumes is just like, oh, too, like really strong, too much. I'm blown away by this because you can smell those things in the background. To me, I really get the sweet pea primarily, and I get like moss or like dewy grass after rain, just like they described. Interestingly, I even get, it smells a little like, it smells a little bit like bamboo to me later in the experience, but really gorgeous. So, again, the things that really surprised me, sweet pea prominent. Things I don't like in here typically are beautiful as part of a composition. It really does smell like grass or moss after rain. I think it would be a perfect transition scent into spring and summer. Just beautiful. And again, this painted bottle, I'm just like really surprised by. So I'd love to hear more from you all. Do any of you own this, wear it? It gets a lot of mixed or bad reviews. I think a lot of people just don't like florals, frankly. But I think this is really special. And I would love to hear from you if any of you own My Burberry Black or the blush. I would love to hear what you think are the differences. So thanks so much. Hope you enjoyed this, and talk soon. Bye.